Welcome back to our channel.
Hi.
Are you guys ready for another Married at First Sight recap?
Yes, we are. It was terrific this episode.
So I'm Dior.
I'm Michaela.
And I'm IJ.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay, Dior.
So we're finally done with the weddings. Okay, so we had our first wedding nights, which we were all waiting for. Wanted to see if anyone consummated their marriage on the first night.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something, Dior?
Yes.
I think that you guys said that the young couple were going to consummate their marriage on the first night, but they didn't.
Yeah, they waited one night because on the previews it showed that they did it on the second night. So one night off.
Okay, so you guys were wrong.
We were wrong.
That's cool. We lost the bet.
Yeah, but you know what I found funny? This is my husband. Mm-hmm. He's so cute. But oh, close the blinds. Okay, I will, hon. Thank you, hon. He had his shirt on during the wedding night, but then the wedding morning, his shirt was off.
He probably got hot.
I noticed that.
He got hot.
I remember if he went to sleep with it on or not.
He didn't, because I was watching. I was just like, So I thought that they had done it, but then later on, they said it was the second night. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. So none of the couples slept together the first night. And so we start. I guess, how do you guys want to do that? Do y'all want to go like stage by stage, or do you want to just talk couple by couple?
Let's do couple by couple.
Couple by couple, yeah.
Totally. For me, this was boring. This episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I found so many good hot spots in it.
I thought it was really
through it, and maybe you guys will change my mind.
Okay. So well, you and Mom were on the phone while we were watching the show. You guys were talking the whole time. I was like,
no, we weren't, Mom.
Yes, you guys was.
Towards the end, we were talking. It was boring. No, just kidding.
So we're gonna start with my favorite couple so far, Belle and Johnny.
Mine too.
So cute.
So cute. Love them.
So, they woke up, they talked a little bit their wedding morning, and he was talking about how she was making cute little noises.
Called snoring.
Yeah.
I cracked up. I was like, oh, hell no.
I love the way he did that. He was like, I think in English they call it
snoring. I was laughing so hard because I don't care what language you call it. It's called, you need to sleep in a separate room than I do.
And that's like, I would be so embarrassed, like someone I don't know, and I would start snoring the first night.
Okay, girl.
Yeah. It's like, how bad was the snoring? Was it like a loud snoring? That's not like a truck, like.
Okay, so who can stand snoring? I mean, it's American. I mean, it's a phenomenon that everybody has to deal with. Just about everybody deals with some type of level of snoring. Mm-hmm. So when is snoring so bad that you have to sleep in a separate room?
When you can't.
When it wakes you up constantly.
Wakes you up or you can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's amazing. On the weekends, I can deal with my husband snoring, but during the week, I can't because I gotta wake up. So sometimes I'll sleep in a separate room. Mm-hmm. But on the weekends, his snoring doesn't bother me. I think it's because mentally I know I can sleep in and I don't have to be in tip-top shape, But he can't help it.
Right. This, funny thing with Dan is like he swears up and down he doesn't snore.
Everybody does, Jenna.
But the only thing that convinced him was like, Dan had to wake up. Mason and Dan had to go somewhere early. This was like last year to a game or something. So I was like, Mason, you sleep with Dad and I'll sleep in your room so I don't have to wake up from you guys getting ready. And then after that, Mason's like, Mom, I'm never doing that again. Dad snores too loud. And I was like, see, Dan, you snore too loud.
No, I got you beat. I recorded my husband snoring. Okay. And then I
Yeah.
went to sleep.
It's just sometimes it's like, whoa.
It was like,
You need to
so
go to
I
the
went to
doctor.
sleep, and then I pretended to sleep while he was sleeping and he was snoring, and I played the recording.
That's
And
good.
he woke up like, what? And I was like, oh, that's you.
That's good.
Remember, Dad used to snore so loud, and we would sneak downstairs as he snored. He snore, we move. He snore, we move. We took every step with the snore until we got downstairs.
His
to watch
snoring was
TV.
so loud, you could hear it outside the room, our dad's room. Or it's the same way. I'll be out here in the living room, and I'll be like, but I do want to tell everybody, snoring can sometimes is a sign of sleep apnea. It is a serious phenomenon, and you should go to the physician, get it checked out, maybe go to a sleep diagnosis to make sure that you don't have sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is one of the #1 causes for hypertension and other cardiovascular diseases. So it's something that should be checked out.
The more you know.
The more you know. Right.
All right, we got to get back on task.
Yes.
So, okay, so that was their, the morning after. Then they meet each other's parents, right? Families. What?
I liked Johnny's mother and aunts.
Oh, yes.
They are so much fun. You never know what you're going to get with parents. They'll either be like, and mean or fun and joyful. And his mother and aunt were hilarious. They were great.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were.
She wanted another grandson. They asked
right off the bat. That's what I would have been like. I'd have been like, when am I going to get my grandchild?
Yeah.
But that feels really good because like they were, welcoming to her and they seemed to really like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his friend and her friends
and her brother.
I was surprised. Right? Yeah. I was surprised that it wasn't her family. I guess it's who she felt most comfortable having him introduced to, right?
Well, she had her brother there.
Yeah, but one of them. Can you imagine if I was going to introduce you guys to Keith, you guys like local, if my son was going to introduce his wife to our, it wouldn't be the friends. You'd want to be there to talk to her. Right. Everybody would want to be there to talk to her.
Right.
And find out
maybe they weren't comfortable being on TV, the mother.
Sure.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe her English isn't that great and she didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, because she was speaking to her in Vietnamese.
So
that could be it.
But I thought it was really helpful that her friends told him how she is.
Yeah.
I think that was helpful because otherwise, how would you know? Right.
I think that's he was afraid that like maybe she, overreacts by, and he was like hesitant to say such a small thing. It was such a small thing.
It was. It was.
And I mean, wow.
You see, was it a small thing?
Yes, the gifts.
Would you, if you were expecting a gift, a bridal gift from the groom,
and she wasn't expecting one. I mean,
okay. So you get a gift from the bridal groom, and it was a sports memorabilia in a frame. You would be happy.
I mean,
I would have thrown a
temper tantrum. Gifts.
You would be okay.
I got the girl tennis shoes. She got him socks, or someone got someone socks.
Yeah, so she got him socks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be just like a small gift that has some meaning to it.
You don't know that person, so it's just like, oh, this is a little cute.
Right.
As to who my husband is.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, even though I guess she doesn't like sports, guys, but
she does not like it.
You can like sports and you can be intelligent too. Like they're not
it's not one or the
mutually
other.
exclusive. So now it's okay.
Right.
Okay, so that was meet the parents, and then what else do we have?
The balcony scene. I enjoyed the balcony.
Oh, after they met the parents. Yes, when he was just rubbing her hand, that was so sweet.
Yeah, but most importantly, I just want to bring up the fact that did you see how supportive she was? She
Mm-hmm.
knew that this was such a tender spot for him, a sore spot. His father not being there and not accepting and being in the 70s
Yeah, mentality. Yeah.
mentality. And she's like, I will do whatever it takes. I will talk
I
Vietnamese. I will do
love
whatever.
that. She's like,
I
that's nice. She
loved
would
it.
love me. I'm good with fathers. I really love that.
Mhm.
Like,
I did too. I was so touched by that.
And the father will love him, like love
Yeah.
her. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
like.
Especially if she gives him a son. Bam.
So I felt so bad when he was crying about his dad. You know, that really hurt him. Him
Yeah.
not being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I guess his dad not being there for a lot of the important things in his life, and this is probably the most important thing in his dad not being there. It probably did impact him a lot,
Mhm.
and yeah, I would have been upset too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
So
would have
who's the
talked it
next?
up. Is another thing.
Mhm. Who's the next couple?
But wait, we didn't finish talking about them because at their suite
Mm.
for after at the resort,
The
right?
honeymoon? Mhm.
Yeah, they were so cute in bed, weren't they?
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably
And
why there's
they
one
put a
point some
pillow
booth
in between them, so that was nice.
No sans pillow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
And then they talk
I
about-
really liked, yeah, when they talked about sex, but when she said, she talked about him kissing her privately,
Yeah.
I was just like, I mean, she was really, for her, because she does seem like she would be really reserved. So for her to like share that, like, I thought that was really good. I'm like really excited about their relationship.
Yeah, and he was getting turned on because at first he was like lightly touching her arm, then he started touching it more and more.
I'll hold your roll, honey, before you get to the other bed.
Right. And then his talk about anal, that was hilarious. Mom was watching it, she was laughing. I was like, what? Mom's laughing.
So let me ask you this. Like, his honesty was refreshing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And his directness was refreshing.
Mhm.
Do you think that she's been reading the vibes about him and what his friends have told her about him, about wanting that love, that attention? And
No, I don't think she knows it yet.
She doesn't. You don't think she? Because she's giving him a lot of the vibes and stuff that he needs.
But I
Right.
think
But not the
that's who
needy.
she
Not
is.
the needy.
Yeah, clingy and
Yeah,
I
no.
get that.
She
No, she's not. But she's giving him the words, the affirmations, and so forth. Like
Mhm.
if he, I don't, and we all know. Come on, if we really think about it, they must have a real good connection. Because if I just met somebody the day before, and we were in bed, unfortunately, I don't know how that would happen anyway. But we were in bed, and they began talking about sex and stuff. I'd be like,
But he didn't do it in an inappropriate way.
I know he
It's a
didn't, but
very, like,
in real life, like how would we react?
Well, I mean, if he puts it that way, like the way he did, it would be an easy answer, just like
Yeah.
hers. I was
Yeah.
surprised she answered. I expected her to be like,
me
too
too.
soon.
That's how I really.
I didn't. I expected her to be in it because of like how I've seen her acting before to him, not wanting to have sex, but open to conversation and appreciative of it.
Mhm.
Especially since she saved texts from like how many years ago?
Well, no, I don't delete my text.
I don't either.
She's
I don't
probably
either.
like me. I don't delete my emails. I have like 120,000 emails,
Yeah.
which is bad. Yeah. So I think
Always locate everything, and you have receipts for everything, so nobody can say that they did something.
right. You can print it out.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to go on to the next couple.
Jose
Okay.
and Rachel.
Who?
Jose and Rachel.
Jose, they were
Oh,
good.
Love
They were
them
good.
too.
So, but when they woke up and they were like right in each other's faces, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, hell no.
Kissing too.
Kissing, yes.
This is
Like,
probably what they did. This is probably what they did. Inhale.
No, it was like a little more into it than that. And I was just like, first of all, I don't know you, and I don't want to be smelling your breath. And
I'm gonna have your tartar in my mouth.
No.
You know how when you wake up and you have that teeth tartar?
Yeah.
I don't want that. I think I was talking to you, Dior, the other day, like maybe a couple weeks ago. I was at work and then I had to rush really quick because I woke up late and I was like on the computer And then all of a sudden, I started feeling nauseous. And I told you, I felt nauseous or something like that. And I had to go, I was like, oh, I forgot to brush my teeth. Like if I don't brush my teeth first thing in the morning, I'm sick. I'm sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
So but they have a great relationship. Their relationship is good too.
She's I'm so not worried about finances neither. Are you? I'm not worried about finances neither. I think he's going to help them get on board with finances.
He said that, you know,
right. Like, she kind of looked at him like, but she kind of looked at him.
Oh, it probably turned her on because if my credit was bad and then my husband that I just met was just like, oh, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna get us together. I'd be like, ooh.
And she did say she was looking for that. She was looking for someone to help her.
Yeah.
So
when they were talking about him and his finances, who did you think about, Uchenna?
I have no idea.
Who do you know checks their finances daily? Marks it out, has a spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he puts it on a whiteboard. Mine keeps it on a spreadsheet, looks at it in the mornings. In the morning, goes to see what's happening in the bank accounts, goes to see what's happening on the credit cards. You know, IJ, because I said, Keith, I'm going to go visit Nana in September for 5 weeks, okay? He's just like, oh, okay. And I was like, you're not sad? He's just like, well, like, I'm worried about what you're going to be spending when you're over there. Don't be acting like this big shot. I'm like, so of course, the minute I leave the house, every morning, to be checking it out. So I was like, oh my God, if Jose is not my husband, I don't know who is when it comes to finances.
But he's proud. He's proud of his accomplishments.
Oh my God, yeah,
he is. Yeah, so that was good.
His family's proud of it.
Interaction with the family and both families.
Yeah, I think the family.
Wait, he was kind of no.
For him, it was the mother and the sister,
and they had a good interaction.
I thought it was good.
Okay,
you know, because they really explained her to him, and I think he found it very, very helpful.
So because she doesn't like to sometimes in the past voice her needs, her wants, and how she feels, and they're able to give him clues to when she's upset. I thought that was so good. I was like, that's good.
I think for both of them, it was helpful. I think both families gave them good insight into the other person.
Yeah.
And it didn't scare them off, which was good.
It didn't, but I would have been scared off by what Jose's family said about him. They're like the dad, he was like,
With being on time, she was like, how bad is it? And he was like, it's bad.
It's bad.
No, when the sister said, wait till you see your car.
Oh, I know.
Or she doesn't cook and clean. She takes care of her schoolwork and so forth. I know Jose was like.
But that might change, now that they're married. I think she'll probably hopefully want to clean more. And she might even start cooking more, or they'll cook together.
Right.
Yeah.
He seems to really like her. They have good chemistry. So I'm excited about them too.
Yeah.
So he must have gotten over the not looking good thing.
Yeah, I was afraid when they woke up together that she was going to say something about that again.
Really? I did too.
But then she didn't. I was like,
shoot. I did too. And she goes, you're so perfect. You did it. I was just like, please, honey, don't say that. Because he was so proud of himself when he was taking off his shirt. Yeah, I got a little something here.
Yeah, right. He's funny. They're both cute together.
Yeah,
they really are.
And their honeymoon was
the start of their honeymoon. Did we really see?
Nothing that stood out.
She was getting dressed. No, was that their? No,
I don't think we really saw them, right?
I don't think so.
No, But
I just have to say something.
They're my second favorite couple.
Yeah, I hope that these two couples stay our favorite couples, because I don't want to have to stop watching the show because people start messing up.
But there will be arguments, like he said. We are going to have some disagreements. We're going to have some arguments. It's just how you push through them is what's important.
Please.
So. Okay, so now on to our next couple. Let's do Myrla and Gil.
Oof. Yes.
Why does all our faces look the same? Like
She is. I am done with her.
I'm done with her. I'm done with her. She's just so extra.
And then she was like, when he said you're high maintenance or something, she's like, me? No, I'm not high. She is the definition of high maintenance.
Wait, stop. Let's take it back for a minute. You know what I think about her? She likes being high maintenance. She loves the fact of other people calling her high maintenance and her putting on this high, like when she was with the family. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have an attitude. I have a mood. This is just a mood.
I'm moody. Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, take that mood off somewhere else. Because you just meet me for the first time. After your wedding, you're trying to get to my family. Bye.
Yeah, she's not enthusiastic. She just looked dry.
She's like this.
With her ugly ass ponytail on top of her head.
She needs some puffins to make that bun bigger.
Well, she already has hair extensions. Let's get some more. So that it looks decent.
Right.
The wedding night. So when they both find out that their fathers were murdered, and then she asked him to tell his story. Then she's like, "Well, I'm tired. I don't feel like." I was just like, "No, she didn't."
Like you can't say it 5 more minutes.
I know.
But she told the story the next morning. Do you guys know what happened? Because I was confused.
I was.
Did her
so what happened? So what happened was, okay, her father got remarried, and then the stepdaughter called him during the night, called him over to her house.
Oh, because he said he asked her, he was like, "Oh, your half sister," and she said yes.
Yeah, the half sister. So the wife's daughter,
and the dad's daughter too. Because half sister would be that.
But I think he meant stepsister.
Oh, okay.
Because she said, I don't know. They can't be his daughter killing him like that.
We don't know when they got married.
That's why I was confused. I was like,
we don't know when. We don't know when the divorce happened.
I thought she said his wife's daughter called him over.
Girl, I was so confused. I was like, I don't know what happened.
And then when he went over there, she started saying that he was harassing her or harassing her. And she said that he's always harassing her. So then they started arguing when he came over, and then her husband was there. And then Gil said, so it was a setup. He's like, yeah, it was a setup. She said her husband came up behind the dad and then knifed him. And then they both started knifing him, took the body, got rid of it, and then later confessed that they did it.
I'm going to look up this story because that sounds crazy.
So I want to say something. The story was really weird. I thought the dad was molesting the stepsister.
No, she didn't say that. She said harassing.
I know, but she said harassing.
Sexual harassment.
I thought sexual harassment.
Maybe it was harassing, like, what? You're not doing this. You're not doing that.
Nobody's going to kill somebody over that.
Why would you call someone to come over, though?
That's why I'm thinking it was sexual harassment. That's why I thought it was sexual harassment. But if you do look it up, Dior, I would like to know more. So please let me know. And people, you can check it out on our Instagram page at The Real on the Real.
Mm-hmm. So or if you know, put it in the comment sections and let us know.
Yeah, because we like to know.
Yes.
And we might invite you to be a guest on the show.
That's always an option.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead, Dior.
So we talked a little bit about the parent meeting the family. He met her friends. Was it?
Yeah, and they were mean.
They tried to explain the high maintenance lifestyle and basically
they were high maintenance themselves. they were high maintenance.
She's not looking for any, or she doesn't need a man, and that she's not looking for anything from him, and she can maintain her own lifestyle.
Then be by yourself.
She just wants him there for support. But her
Y'all
brother did kind of threaten him at the end.
I know, that was a joke. That was a joke.
He's not scared of them.
He was like, as long, I can't remember what he said, but it was
he said, as long as, then you don't have to be worried about me. I was like, get your ass down somewhere because you're too lightweight to be doing anything.
And Gil just stared at him steadily. it was just like, dude, sit down, like stop it.
And then
And
the
then because
small one.
Gil was like, I'm happy that it was boys, because I can be more relaxed. And then they were stone faced.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't like, yeah, right,
Well,
it's gonna be
I don't
great.
think the one friend said anything.
Right.
The
Yeah.
one whose ever name he said last, like he didn't say anything.
No, he didn't.
Elliot.
It was like they wanted to grill him, not get to know him. It was
Right.
like
Elliot, or wanting to tell him, this is what you're going to do. This is how it is. And this is how it's going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot was like, I've been her friend for 10 years. And, ever since her dad, I've been her friend for 10 years. And I took her under my wings.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and so what? She didn't want you, obviously. The other guy, and I'm her child, and I'm her financial advisor. I know what she does and what she says.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you all up in her business, in her.
That's her brother, right?
Yeah,
that's her brother.
Is that her brother, or
that's her brother?
Did it say brother underneath it?
Yes, that's her brother.
Okay, I couldn't read it, but he was her financial advisor.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, you guys are being assholes.
But it kind of goes with who she is, because she kind of has that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's the people who she hangs out with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he's gonna get swallowed up.
I don't think he's gonna get swallowed up. I think he's gonna, if he doesn't like it, he'll leave. He is too self-confident, too self-assured.
No, I mean swallowed up in like wanting to please her and her not giving anything back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be rough for him. It's not going to be easy sailing.
It's going to be rough for her. I feel like it's going to be rough for her. The reason why is first of all, he's a man. Okay, he's a man, and as men goes, he knows he's handsome. Women like him. He's not worried about money. He likes where he's at in life. He feels super confident. He's not worried about nothing. If she don't want him, if she can't meet his needs, he'll find somebody else. He said it before. She, on the other hand, has her internal clock clicking, and she's a female, so she wants a man. Yeah, she makes money and she wants more money and more money and more money because of where she came from. But I don't think that he's going to deal with her BS. I think after a while he'll get tired of her high maintenance attitude.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think he's already kind of tired of it. I mean, he offered to give her a foot rub, and she was just like, "It's not gonna happen."
Mm-hmm. Not even being nice, right?
Yeah. So we get to the honeymoon, and she's being an asshole again. Like, oh, I can't hear the water and this and that. Like, girl, you didn't pay for this honeymoon.
Did you hear what he said?
No, what he said.
He said, I can download.
Oh, yeah.
And the place was nice, and she was like, this pool, my swimming pool is bigger than this. No, honey, the apartment complex that you're living in swimming pool is bigger than that.
Well, it could be a condo that she owns. We don't know.
But it's a complex.
Yeah, it's a complex. Yeah.
So it's not hers.
Yeah. It's a shared community pool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he's got his handful. But they seem to be getting along. They like each other.
I think that it's going to be short-lived. I mean, they may get through the honeymoon, but once she has to move in with the dog, and then they have to talk about like finances and those types of things, then I think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah. It's going to be an issue.
Especially if she doesn't like even try to kiss him. So
I mean, he was disappointed she wouldn't take the foot rub. So he's going to be hurting by the end of the honeymoon.
Yeah.
It's going to be an issue when they have to decide whose house if they stay through to decide whose house. Do you think that because they're this new age couple that they won't have to worry about finances and merging their finances together?
I definitely don't think she's going to merge her finance with him. I think it's going to be separate. Mm-hmm. And then they'll have some things joint, and then most of the things separate. That's what I'm thinking, that because she has worked too hard to get to where she's at,
What do you think about that?
Right, exactly. I mean, that's just how some people live their lives. I think a lot of people are like that. They they split their finances, and some pay this bill and some pay that bill. It's just preference, I guess. I think it's easier if you just merge everything together, but to each his own.
Mhm.
Okay.
When you okay.
So on to Brett and Ryan.
Mm.
Why did y'all say that? Why?
Well, he
just doesn't have a lot of
major
personality.
introvert. I thought the other guy. Okay, so last season, what was that guy's name that was an introvert and didn't really want to talk? Was it Jacob? Or last season, he didn't really talk that much.
The one with the bracelet.
Well, the one that.
Oh, Jacob. Yeah, it was Jacob.
Yeah.
The wife didn't like him.
Jacob.
Yes, Jacob.
He reminds me of Jacob, where he doesn't want to talk at all. He is like, I don't know if he can't think of anything to say, because that's what it looks like, that he's like,
Yes, when he was like at her meeting with her family, her parents, I think.
Even in the bed, it was just like.
No, he was talking in the bed.
No, he was silent in the bed, and he would say little things to try to spark. And I was like,
I mean, I don't think it's been that bad. You know, I think when it was the absolute worst was with her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And
they asked if he had any questions, and he was like, "No, you don't have no question about a wife you don't know."
I know. But the first thing that really I did not like is when the father was like, "So what did you think of Brett when she was walking down the aisle?" And he didn't say she was beautiful. I was like shocked. He was like, she was a redhead.
And he said, either looks good, you can either look good with it or really bad.
Right. And the mother's a redhead.
Clarify which one she looks like. I was like, let's follow it up.
Right. And the mother's a redhead too.
I noticed that. Yeah. So maybe he just has a social awkwardness. That's probably what it is. He probably has a social awkwardness.
Right. And I think he's an introvert.
He's an introvert, and he can't help it.
Well,
his family's that way too.
When she met his friends and family, they said that he just basically dates pretty girls that have no substance, which I was surprised by. But yeah,
he's not a bad-looking man. He's not a bad-looking man.
But he doesn't really have much of a personality that I could see. So. But maybe it's the cameras, because we do always see that people, have like camera fright or something.
Yeah, maybe.
So it could be the cameras too, but.
And then how would we be? This is different. This isn't a control. We're controlling the cameras. If a camera was with you during your intimate moments and so forth, would you be all like?
You have to be if you're going to be on the show. So you have to act like, and they do say that after the first couple of days, you forget the camera's there. So I think you're able to be more of yourself, Yeah.
I think you're going to have issues.
But anything else like this? Well, she, they flew together. She's afraid to fly.
I wish they would have shown
kind of annoyed by that.
Scenes, right? I wish they would have shown us the scenes where she was acting crazy. Because it seems like she was having a hard time flying from how they were acting.
Yeah, the way he was, responding. Because, but when she got on the flight, they seemed okay.
Yeah, she seemed fine. So did he say that we're going to upgrade to first class?
Yeah, they went to business class.
Business class, okay. Okay.
Which was nice of him. Coffee.
You said what? What did you say?
They upgraded to business class so they can get some coffee.
You said to get coffee?
Yeah, he's like, we can get some coffee since we're in business.
Oh.
Okay. I think he probably did that to make her feel better.
Yeah, have a little more space and that is sweet.
Yeah. And it is a long flight, Dallas to Florida. So, yeah.
No, it's not.
It's about probably a 4-hour flight.
You would have been sitting in coach.
If he can do it, he can do it.
Yeah, so, if he can do it, he can do it. And I guess if you think about it, you're getting the whole entire honeymoon for free.
Hopefully.
Right.
So I don't think, Nothing else really about them.
No.
No. Even though he did say, was that in the previews where he was talking about sex, like he's ready for sex or something like that?
Yeah, that was the previews.
Okay.
Yeah. He did.
Okay, so then on to our last couple, Michaela and Zach.
Oh wait, one thing.
Oh,
Remember, Brett said, which kind of surprised me, that I don't think she's attracted to him yet, because she said she doesn't feel like kissing him or doing anything yet, but I'm sure that's gonna come.
I think it's probably less the physical attraction that she's not attracted to. It's probably his personality,
Yeah. But I think it helped that his family did tell her that she has to draw his personality out of her.
That's helpful.
I think that was so helpful. Otherwise, you would think he wasn't interested in you. But it's really the fact that he's such an introvert that, he can't help himself, that he just doesn't talk. I could see that being an issue, because he was less like, I wanted to say that he said during their wedding night, during the morning, that she talks a lot. He said it in an off-candid kind of way. But she, on the other hand, wants to know more, but he just is silent.
So I really didn't think that he wasn't talking enough, except for when he was with the parents. I mean, every other time he's, asked questions back and forth. He's made a lot of comments, I think it's only during that parent time. And since they said he was an introvert that we're kind of thinking that. But every other time he was conversing with her.
I thought he had a problem holding conversations from the very beginning.
Well, she hasn't said that yet. She hasn't said that yet. So
I know, but that's what I picked up, unless that's how they're editing it. I don't know.
I didn't pick that up.
I think he's definitely trying to talk to her, but it's not flowing. I think it just doesn't flow naturally.
No, their conversations don't. There's a lot of silence, and then there's that awkward looking.
Yeah, I think he just hopefully, like, when he warms up to her, it'll be a little different. So. But he seems like a nice guy, and
yeah,
I think, like, hopefully her personality will draw his out a little more. Okay, so lastly we have Michaela and Zach.
Yeah,
the fire's gonna fizz out.
Well, I mean, it's going strong right now. They
just started off way too strong. Wow.
I don't know about that. I just think that their personalities are going to come through, and she has a really strong personality. His personality is not as strong, so I think it's going to be harder for him to keep up with her.
Yeah, they're different, kind of like the last couple we just talked about.
Right.
Yeah, so either she'll pull it out of him. He seems pretty, like, kind of set in his way a little bit, so I mean, I don't know. He probably won't be tolerating. She sounds like, just from the previews, she sounds a little all over the place. So I don't know how he'll like that. But
I think that from what I've seen so far, that they're in the honeymoon phase, of course. They definitely are. They're definitely feeling each other, loving each other, complimenting each other right and left. Like, complimenting each other right and left. She's hee ha-haing with his family, kikiing, just jubilant, and he's like rocking with her family. The sisters are just like, we're trusting you, don't mess up, because we don't know if we can get the trust back. They just seem like so intense that it worries me that when you come in this hard and this fast without really knowing each other, that you might start to fizzle.
Yeah.
I mean,
it might. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
And I think in the beginning she asked, like, what if he was a jealous person, and I think that was like kind of a indicator as to, like, she just seems like she has her little hot button, like she'll just kind of go off in a minute, and he's more calm, cool, and collected. So we'll see how those two go together.
I liked his family when she met with them. I thought they were good. Mom thought that they were a little bit too hard on her.
Mm-mm.
but I didn't think so.
I didn't think they were hard on her at all.
Hard on her in what way?
Probably, I think at the end when the father said, I can't remember what he said, but he repeated it.
He said, "Is this the real thing?" He
Right.
was, yeah.
He said that three times, and maybe that's what Mom thought was too hard on her.
But let's go back to that possessive thing. Is that an issue for a lot of couples? Are you allowed to talk to somebody else of the opposite sex without and expect that your significant other doesn't get jealous? And if they do get jealous, what do they get jealous? What are they jealous for?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he asked that question, but he thought it was a turn on.
I think it just depends on the person.
Mm-hmm. And trust, really, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then I want to know the big spoon question, because it was so cute when he was like, "I'll be the big spoon." And she's like, "Okay, you know, are you the big spoon, or is your husband, or is your significant other the big spoon?"
Mm-hmm. Dan's a big spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little spoon.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm the little spoon.
But sometimes, yeah. I'm like one of those people, like, I can't fall asleep with you. I need to be on my, like, separate. So, like, we could cuddle, but then when I'm ready to go sleep, I need to roll over and
right, yeah.
Me too.
I'm a light sleeper, and so sometimes if he even touches me a little bit, I wake up, and then I have a hard time falling back asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm kind of like Dior. Let's spoon, and then a line drawn.
So definitely don't need our faces right here. Right. You breathing on me, yeah.
I know. Sometimes when my husband goes to sleep and we happen to fall asleep facing each other, I'll be trying to opposite the breathing. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm so comfortable that I don't want to move, and so I wait for him to breathe out, and then I do the opposite or whatever, so that we're not like breathing each other's oxygen at this carbon dioxide at the same time.
Right.
But yeah. But no, I thought it was a great episode. I'm excited to see what this honeymoon phase brings.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think the camera makes people not themselves, where people would be more tolerant of things. I have a feeling that if we didn't have the camera, Myrla would be different. I don't think
she'd be worse or better.
Better. I don't think she would be as high maintenance.
I don't know. It just seems to be baked in her DNA, because that's all she talks about. I don't think she's putting on an act, because it just seems to be who she is. And her family co-signs that. So I don't know. I don't know how they would be with or without the camera. It's hard to say. But maybe she would be different. Maybe she wouldn't be. I don't know.
And what's the young couple's name again?
Zach and Michaela?
Yeah, I'm happy Michaela went and got braids.
Oh yeah, her hair.
Because I don't know
what that was.
Because it was two different colors.
And it was huge.
It was not huge, it was nasty.
It was like back here. It was like this.
Hey, I was like, this is big hair, but I was just like, it's not two different colors. And I was like, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna go get my braids." I was like, thank the Lord. Because I don't know if he's ready to see you with your natural hair or not.
Oh yeah.
It's been real.
She needs to style it differently. She should have it up and then back, not like a mushroom. You know, it should be up more and then back.
So yeah, I was just like, okay. But everybody else's hair, and I wanted so bad, Bo. I wanted to give her some clip-in extensions. I did. But her white dress was so cute, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With the her meeting with the parents.
Yeah. I really liked her outfit too.
Yeah, that was really cute. I think this episode was that it had some good parts and some bad, boring parts. But for me, it was just okay. You know, I was a little bored, but
Um,
next week I think will be good. I love the honeymoon.
honeymoon will be good.
Hmm.
And I guess, yeah, I think Zach is probably gonna have COVID or something.
Yeah, he
He
seems like
probably
a big
got it.
baby too. He's like, I'm sick, I'm sick, yeah.
Well, you know what?
He seems
It's
like a baby.
okay. It's
But
all
he
right.
said he had a friend. One of his friends had gotten COVID.
Oh, really?
He said that in the beginning, like the night of, he
Oh,
was saying like why his like the wedding morning was hectic. He said his friend had gotten a positive COVID test.
oh,
So he probably was just I mean, I took it that he was probably concerned to not spread it. I mean, he had already been, in her face and stuff. So
right.
he
It's
was
already
just
too
trying
late
to be
for
really
her.
careful. Huh?
It's too late for her.
Yes.
Way too late.
No, actually, it's not. Like when that happened to me, um, Dan and I, we sleep in the same bed. I'm with the boys talking and making dinner and, you know, working out together, and they didn't get it. It was just
Oh,
me.
you're the only one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was the only one. And as soon as I tested positive, I quarantined. But
Okay.
that's 3 days probably of them being exposed to it,
Mhm.
you know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes
strange. It's COVID is just like doesn't make any sense. You don't know
It
what's going
doesn't.
on. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I think our next show is Real Housewives of Potomac.
No, our next show is
Oh,
this
yes, right.
Friday
Mm-hmm.
on Put a Ring on It. And we'll find out if Darian was cheating. I don't think he was. I think it's just a show trying to hook us in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you
Oh, don't say that, dear, because I don't like him. But Lexi needs a break because that girl's
Mhm.
gone through some stuff. But I do want to say with Married at First Sight, for last season, not last season, but the season before, the two Black couples,
Mm-hmm.
Miles. I watched a little bit of the
Mm-hmm.
what is it
Cam.
called?
Cam.
Something
Yeah,
Cam.
yeah, and he's going through depression.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I got to see a little bit of it, and it's her first time dealing with him going through depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was brave of them to show
Mm-hmm.
him going through depression.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining us for this review.
Yes.
Don't forget to like our channel,
Mm-hmm.
comment below, hit the notification bell, and follow us on The Real.
Uh-huh. Make sure to share with your friends, please.
And subscribe.
There you go. All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Mm-hmm.